2020 in the UK will be remembered undoubtedly for the COVID-19 pandemic and the devastation it caused to people's lives, the restrictions that were imposed on our freedoms, meaning that we couldn't even meet with our families or our friends. It was a sad year, but it was also a year that exposed the complete and utter inadequacies, incompetencies of the Boris Johnson-led government, a government that couldn't even order PPE equipment properly, a government that couldn't even give us a track and trace system that was fit for purpose, a government that handed out billions of pounds of contracts to their chums and their friends, donors to the Tory party, friends of the cabinet, complete and utter corruption. And what that did, alongside the acceleration of Brexit, a decision which Scotland did not support, what it's done is it has shown clearly that it's time for Scotland to leave the United Kingdom. We now have in 2020, not one, not two, but 15 successive opinion polls showing a majority support for Scotland standing on its own 2 feet once again, like we did for hundreds of years before the Act of Union of 1707. Scotland is about to roar once again. We're about to claim our seat at the table of the world's government. Scotland is big enough. Scotland is economically sustainable. Scotland is smart enough, and Scotland now is courageous enough to grab the opportunity in 2021 to be an independent nation that shapes its own destiny, that carves out its own future, not a future dictated by the Boris Johnson Brexiteer bullies, a future of low wages, of division, of trying to reward the bankers and the stockbrokers, but not the nurses and the porters and the care workers. We want a Scotland that values its pensioners, that values its public service workers, a Scotland that puts people before profit. That's the type of Scotland we want to build. And we're going to start building it in 2021 when we win the May elections for independence, and we have Indy Ref 2 in 2021, and tell Boris Johnson and his Tory gang they're no longer needed. We are building a new and a better country, an independent Scotland, freedom in 2021.